spams the shit out of him.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers. First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
Stop.
And he'll wind up with about
you want me to just tell me to move and I'll move back for you so that I can you can pass.
6 yards. Brings up second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Run, 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 run.
Play action. It's Jackson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Hold.
But there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
56 Mike. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Get the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball.
They go play action now. Jackson.
Look at that.
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away. And
okay, can we do it later then? I'm in the game right now. Or can I pause it and you guys can take it?
They begin the drive with Coleman.
Okay, 1 second. Let me make this run. I'm going to score right now.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Okay, just give me a second.
Kevin Coleman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the...
Go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby. Check it empty, check it empty.
Jackson throwing again. It's caught by Jackson.
I knew he
and
was
he's
passing
taken
there.
down, but
That's
able
my
to
fault.
slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson.
Oh, can I pick that?
Check down, but they'll get it back.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And this is Simpson with a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Raider first down, 17 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. And Jackson throwing once more. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
He's checking.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Play action. Now Jackson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They're not ready for this. They sit down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
One blitzing.
Check. Look at me. Zip, prepare.
He'll lift to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Mike 55. Hey, that QB's trash.
2nd and 11. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Mike, 58 Alpha. 55. Watch the pass. Look at me. Door. Wait. Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to look end zone here for Pettis. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Watch the twitch. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They'll look to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt.
Oh my God, come on, man.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Steps away to his left. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're saying and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Looking long for Westbrook. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted.
That'd be nice.
Picked off at the 30. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Right back to Coleman here on first down.
Oh, block for me, Pettis.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2nd and 9 now. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
We got this.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay,
you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I got one.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jonathan Abram picks it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Sam Martin now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken at the 37. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Come on, fellas.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, wahoo!
Looking to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. On first down.
See ya,
It's
bitch.
Coleman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 33 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Come on, man. He was
End
open.
zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And now it's 2nd down.
You better be afraid of me. Fun. Check. 80 weapons. Down.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Ready.
Right there in the middle. 55.
Get in the weight room.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Go now. 10 logo. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Buddy, I ain't no bum.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the fit.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Once again, it's Jacobs. 7 yards there and a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
All day.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's got this down to the 35. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
almost had that too.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Pick it up.
Look, squeeze. Hey, Sam off. Check. Watch the safety creep. Go. Lead grip.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Good work, boys. Go. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They go play action now. Jackson, he's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On first down, Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun.
Give me that.
And he's going to be intercepted.
I knew you were going there.
Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Able to slither by. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Let's field it a few yards into the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Raiders on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground. This time Jacobs. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point.
Right now, we just got to score another.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions.
And he's into the clear. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Jackson on 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Oakland, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.
Yeah, I really like that fucking, many turnovers did he have though? He had 5, I had 1. And then Joey Bosa just lit everything up. Let's go 2 sacks. Joey Bosa got 4. He took that to the house, didn't he? House call. Yep.